What is up guys, Tech James here. You guys might remember this Xbox. I actually got this in a faulty lot from eBay. I think it cost me about 30 or 40 pounds. I can't exactly remember, but if you guys go on my channel you will be able to see the video. Maybe I'll link that video in the description as well. So anyway, I went on eBay, I bought a faulty lot and this Xbox was inside of it. This is a classic Xbox and from the eBay listing I could see that it had some kind of mod chip installed. That is pretty much why I wanted it. I think this Xbox probably cost me about £10. There was quite a lot of consoles in the listing and I think I pretty much fixed everything in there, so that was pretty good. Oh, except for the PS2, but I'm going to try and fix that in an upcoming video. So yeah, this is what it is, classic Xbox. As you can see, it's got a skin on it, and if I turn it around and show you guys can actually see the mod chip. So you guys can see that, there is the mod chip on the back. It's got the wires going under the case. They have installed it quite well. It does wobble a bit, so maybe I can stick it on there a bit better. But the overall condition of this Xbox is actually pretty good. And the mod chip is in fact solderless, so I'm very pleased with that. I always like mod chips and stuff that you can remove and put into different consoles. So you guys are probably wondering, what is wrong with this Xbox? Well, the disk drive doesn't work at all, and it's very dusty and it's a bit dirty. It's got all these kind of scuffs on it. I'm going to try and fix it up in this video. The Xbox does work, it just has a problem with the disk drive. I'm probably not going to fix the disk drive in this video just because I can do a whole nother video on that. This video is just going to be restoring the Xbox because there's quite a lot that needs doing. It's completely full of dust. It's got this sticker on here. I will be removing the sticker in this video just because it's peeling off at the edges, it's just looking a bit scruffy. I have had a few people that say to me, don't buy devices that have stickers on them. To be honest, I think buying devices that have stickers on them is such a good idea. If you guys think about it, as soon as they put this sticker on, this sticker is going to protect it from all types of scratches. So if you ever see something and it looks kind of scruffy and it's got, you know, a sticker all over it, I'd probably recommend buying it because it just means it's going to be protected. So yeah, what we're going to do, we're going to clean it up. Obviously I'm not going to let it get scratched, so removing the sticker is perfectly fine. It does look pretty cool. I'm not really sure what it is. Terminator? Halloween? I don't know. It does look quite cool though, but as I said, it's just a bit scruffy and a bit dirty, so I should probably take it off. And I think the Xbox will actually look really good when I finish restoring it. The first thing I need to do is just take everything apart. So what I've just got a screwdriver here, and I've got two different Torx screwdriver heads. I've got a small one and I've got a slightly larger one. I guess you could call this like a normal size. Quite a lot of common toolkits will actually have these screwdriver heads in them, so make sure to have a look. I'm sure you guys have got some of these if you've got a classic Xbox. And I've also got a pair of tweezers. This is just for collecting the screws out because some of the screws are quite hard to reach. And especially if your screwdriver isn't magnetic, it won't be able to pull them out, so tweezers can be quite useful. We're also going to be completely cleaning it as well. So let's go ahead, let's flip the Xbox around and let's get to taking the screws out and actually taking this thing apart. Okay guys, so the first thing you need to do is take out these two screws. There is a screw here and there is a screw here on the label as well. They are kind of covered by these like protection labels, you know, warranty void labels. Don't worry, you can just stab a hole in them and you can take them out, or you can pull the whole label off. I've just taken them out so the video is a bit quicker, and this is what they look like. As you can see, they're very long. It's kind of like, you know, just like smooth metal, and it's got a screw part at the end. Pretty cool design, kind of like how it works. And there's actually 6 screws in total, so that is 2 of them down, and all of the other screws are actually under these flaps. So if you kind of just pull it back a bit, obviously this was modded, so mine was taken apart before, but I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully you can see. This is pretty much where they all go, and there's 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4 under all of the feet. So obviously be a bit careful, just try and peel it up, and you can always just glue the feet back down when you're putting it back together. But yeah, 6 screws, and we should now be able to take it apart. So what you want to do is just flip your Xbox back over, and we should actually be able to just lift the lid off. So let's just go ahead and try it. As I said, mine has been taken apart before, so it should be a bit easier, but you just want to kind of lift it off like that, and then there you go, we can see the insides. So I'm just going to put this to the side. We can clean this in a second. And what we have to do now is switch over to our smaller kind of Torx screw head to get out 2 more screws so we can take out the disk drive and the hard drive. So these two screws are in a bit of a weird place. One of them is down here and the other one is down here on the other side. So what I'm going to do is just going to take those out. As I said, one of them's in here and the other one is just down here. You can kind of see the grooves for them. They are kind of hard to get to, that's why I said you might want to use the tweezers just to take them out. And there's actually two of them. I already took the other one out, so there you go. And yeah, now what we can do is actually disconnect the hard drive and disconnect the disk drive, and then we can take out the trays. So disconnecting the hard drive from the disk drive, it's just got an IDE connection. What you can do is literally just pull it out. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen these before from like Windows XP computers and stuff like that. And then what you can do is you can actually start with the hard drive first, and you can literally just lift up this entire piece of plastic, just kind of like hook it up just like that, and it will actually completely come out. If you guys want to disconnect the hard drive, you can disconnect the power cable, and then you just want to wind the cable around, just kind of get it out of the case. And as you can see, it's got like a hook at the end of the case, so if I can just pull it through, there you go. As you can see, that's the hard drive and this big like piece of plastic out the way, so you can clean this in a second. It might have quite a bit of dust at the bottom, as you guys can see there. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing, but with the disk drive. We've just got a small yellow cable down here, which we are going to disconnect. Should be quite easy, just literally just pull it out like that. And then we've also got the IDE cable, which we're going to disconnect, so you can just pull it off. The IDE cable will also be plugged into the motherboard, but what we can do from there, just pick it up, literally just take out the disk drive, and it's going to come out with the plastic on as well. Now, as I said, my disk drive is not working, but I'm going to make a separate video on this. Basically the band in it stopped working, and it doesn't open, and it doesn't read disks, so that's like, what, 3 problems in one. Hopefully I'll be able to fix that. Okay guys, so I've just flipped the Xbox round, so now you're seeing the front of it. As you can see, there's the power button, and yeah, we can pretty much get to kind of like dusting and cleaning it out. If you guys want to pull out the cables, you can. The one that gets in the way the most is probably this big cable which connects the disk drive. So if you want to take this out just because it's in the way, you can do that for sure. It literally just connects to the motherboard. And there is my mod chip. I actually just realised on the mod chip it's got a chunk of plastic missing from it, as you can see by the corner here. I don't know why someone snapped the corner off, but yeah, this is a solderless mod chip. It's pretty cool. As you can see, they've tucked the wires and they're kind of going around the back of the case. They haven't really done it too bad, I guess. I can show you guys how it works. It literally just unclips like that. That's why it's like, you know, solderless. You just literally plug it into the Xbox. It's really cool actually. Actually, whoever snapped this plastic off got really lucky they didn't damage anything. That is very close to this like chip that's on the board. But if you're wondering what this is called, it's actually called the X2.6, Xecuter 2.6 I believe. I'll try and put a link to it in the description, but I think these are kind of rare. I don't really think they sell them anymore. I tried to find some on eBay. I think I found one that was for sale in Canada and it was like 50 quid. I don't really want to spend that, especially when I just spent, what, 10 quid on this? Well, not even 10 quid, 10 quid for the whole thing. So yeah, I don't really want to blow 50 quid on one, but they are actually very good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is completely dust it out. So I'm going to get all of this dust and dirt out of it. I'm going to mute the video because this is very loud. If you don't have an air compressed like tank like me, you can get the single cans from like Poundland or dollar stores. They kind of work as well. Obviously this is the best way to get all of your dust and dirt out of your Xbox. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dust it. I'm going to mute it because this is very loud. Also, I'd recommend wearing like a mask or something, because if they're very dusty, and if you're like me and you sneeze a lot, you're probably going to like end up sneezing a lot from the dust going everywhere. But I'm just going to clean it out now, and I'll show you guys what it looks like once I finish dusting it. Okay guys, so finished dusting. It looks very clean now, as you can see, and a random screw just kind of like flew out as I was dusting it. I'm pretty sure this goes there on the motherboard, so yeah, I'll screw that back in later. But as you guys can see, it's looking pretty clean. I'm really impressed with that. Okay, so it's also a good idea just to use a dusting cloth. This will get off just a lot of excess dust. Some dust can be stuck in the fan, and if you just use a cloth like this or just a wipe, it should be able to get the rest of the dust out really easily. And now my Xbox is actually looking really clean. Okay, so now it's time to take the stickers off. This is either going to go well or it's going to go really horrible, but we're going to find out and see what happens. The first one I'm going to try is the Xbox logo sticker. Now under this has the Xbox logo, I'm sure you guys all know, and I'm kind of curious to see, did they put this sticker on when the Xbox was new, or did they put the sticker on to cover up scratches? Let's take it off. Seems to be coming off very well. This is clearly a good quality skin. It's not like one of those cheap ones that you get off eBay for £2. But oh damn, that's actually looking really good. I reckon they put this on when it was brand new, because that Xbox logo is looking fresh. Yeah, this skin is good quality. It feels like duct tape actually. It really does feel like duct tape. Oh no, I'm really pleased with that. That is literally brand new. You can even see my reflection in it. That is really good. Hopefully this one will be the same, and hopefully it comes off as easy as well. I feel kind of bad taking this skull skin off because it did look quite cool, but it is missing chunks in quite a few places and it just looks a bit messy. And I just thought for this video, why don't I try and make the Xbox look like it's brand new, especially if it's modded. Who knows, I might even go on Amazon later and see if I can get a replacement skin, maybe a cooler one. And oh, this is so cool. The Xbox is actually brand new under the skin. This is actually really good. It must have been quite hard to actually put this skin on because it's quite a big sticker to kind of put over the top. But let's just get on with taking it off anyway. I'm trying not to tear it or anything like that. Oops, I just teared it. Oh well, it doesn't matter, it's a bit ruined anyway. Let's try and take this corner piece off right here. Seems to be going well so far though. Luckily the skin was good quality, so it's not leaving any kind of like sticker, like residue I guess you could call it, underneath, because once it does that it's quite disgusting. Quite a few things I've bought off eBay where like a little kid has just slapped stickers on it, and it's a complete nightmare to get off, but this is perfect. Wow, look at that. That is a brand new Xbox. Obviously these bits are a bit scruffy, but I'll try and clean that in a minute. But the top of it, damn, that is so cool. And of course we've got the little stickers on here to peel off as well. So putting stickers on your devices isn't really a bad thing at all. Quite a lot of people are against it. When I was a kid, I always wanted to get these for my DS, and my dad would always say to me, no, don't put stickers on your DS because you'll ruin it. But in fact, it just protects it. That's like a myth. When people say don't put stickers on it because it'll ruin it, as long as you can get it off, as long as it's a good quality sticker, it will actually protect it. So there you go, 2 stickers left. Let's peel these off. We've also got the main section of the Xbox with the stickers on. I don't know if there's any on the back, and no, it would have been nice to see some on the back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and brush the dust off this, but I'm really pleased with that. It looks really nice. Okay, so here is the main Xbox. Let's go ahead and let's remove the stickers on here, and hopefully it looks just as good as the top piece did. Hopefully they look brand new underneath. Let's start off with the controller section. We're just going to peel this off. Quite a few people find peeling stickers off satisfying, and I have to agree, it is satisfying, especially when it looks clean underneath. So let's take that one off. There you go. There again, very good, looking really clean. And let's take the power button one off. This one looks a bit kind of like decolored. It looks like it was sitting in the sun or something and it's lost, some of the colour. That's the other reason why I'm taking it off, and it's just because it's all scruffy around the edges. Now this one's a bit ripped, so does that mean there's going to be scratches underneath? I don't know. Hopefully the sticker actually protected it. Let's have a look. Is it scratched? And yes, it has actually got a bit of a scratch there. I don't know if you guys can see that in the light, but I guess I can't really complain. It does look pretty good, and I actually like it like this. I think it looks a lot cleaner without the sticker, but I was just pleased it had the sticker to protect it. And as you can see, literally brand new. You can see the reflection of my tripod. This is what's left of the sticker. Maybe I can use some parts from it. Actually, maybe not. It is a bit destroyed and scratched. But yeah, I'll try and get a new sticker off Amazon. I don't know how hard these are to get now. If I find any stickers, I'll link them in the description if you guys want to check some out. But yeah, they are pretty cool, especially for the original Xbox. Right guys, so I just finished kind of like cleaning this and dusting it off as well, but I noticed one problem. The plastic has got scratched here, and it's kind of left like 3 white stripes. There was actually 3 of them, but I found like an interesting way to actually fix this by using a Sharpie pen. If you use a Sharpie pen, you can actually like cover them up. Now obviously it's not really a permanent solution, it could rub off, but I'm not really going to be touching this part, so it should stay on for quite a long time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and put it on there now, and then I'll show you guys what it actually ends up looking like. Okay, so there you go, and now you can hardly notice it, and it blends in really well. Obviously if I shine it in the light you can still see it a bit, but I reckon that's pretty good. I kind of smudged it in a bit as well, and that seemed to work. Okay, so I think it's time to put everything back together. So let's start off with this IDE ribbon cable, I guess that's what you call it, and we're going to plug this end here into the motherboard, and then obviously this part here will plug into the disk drive, and then this part will plug into the hard drive. So let's go and put everything in right now. We're just going to plug this in to start off with. Okay, so that is that plugged in. I'm now going to get my disk drive, and I'm also going to get the like plastic housing that it sits in. So to put it in the housing, what you do is you look for these clips on the side, and the disk drive actually slots over the plastic pegs just like that. So we're actually just going to try and slot this in. It's a bit awkward to do while I'm holding it like this, but there you go, that seemed to slot in okay, and now we're going to put it into the case, and then we can also plug in this part of the IDE cable. Hopefully my shadow isn't blocking the light too much, but don't forget this yellow cable which also plugs into the back of the disk drive. And then that's going to sit nicely in the case like that. We've also got our hard drive, and remember with the cable last time how we kind of like hooked it round? You can hook it round as well. You just kind of hook it like that. So let's see, so you want to get the end of it here, just kind of hook that through the hook right here. And then you can pretty much just hook the wire underneath. It doesn't really matter, I guess. I don't know if I'm doing it perfectly, you know, how the Xbox would like, you know, come brand new. But I think that's pretty much it, isn't it? I think that's pretty much perfect. That should be completely fine, just hooked in like that. Okay, so hopefully you guys saw that. That is the power cable, that is the ID ribbon cable, I think that's what it's called, and then that's pretty much everything. It should kind of sit flat like this. Obviously it might be springing up a bit, but we're going to put the top of the case on anyway. Now don't forget your 2 screws, one goes down here and one goes down here. Make sure you put those in. Then we've got the top of the case. The Xbox logo will face the front, and I've also got to make sure my mod chip wires are nicely tucked in. I should probably check that. Yeah, they seem to be okay. And then we can just put the Xbox lid on the Xbox. There you go, should click down. Don't worry if it's coming off a bit, because of course we've got to put the screws in as well. And then of course the last thing you have to do is simply just put all of the screws in. So we've just got these 6 kind of like Torx screws, and I just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that is it guys, you're done. If you guys followed along with this video or you just wanted to watch me do it, that is literally it. We've now finished. So obviously I'll do this off camera because it's a bit boring, but we're just going to put all of the 6 screws back in. Okay guys, so here is my modded Xbox setup. We're now going to see if it actually works. We're going to see if it turns on, and hopefully I haven't broken anything. So let's go ahead and let's press the power button, and then we can see if it actually starts up. So there you go, it starts up, and I've also got the startup screen working. and it should say, there you go, Xecuter 2. I will switch you guys over to the screen so you can see the boot screen as well. So here we are, just booting up the Xbox again, just so you guys can see it. It actually does freeze a bit, and I think that's because it has to load up the mod chip, and as you can see it then says Xecuter 2. I'm actually running the Xecuter 2.6, and then it will just load into the kind of like Xbox menu. But as you can see, it has been heavily modified, so it does have a custom theme on it. So let's just try and play a game off the hard drive, and then we can basically just see if everything's working. What game should I choose? Let's just have a look. I'm quite tempted to play Half-Life actually, but I kind of want to see what else we've got on here. Actually, The Simpsons Hit and Run, that is a really good game. We're just going to launch up that. Hopefully that will run okay. And there you go, we've got Simpsons Hit and Run running off the Xbox hard drive. That is actually really cool. So there you go guys, restoring a modded Xbox. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.